What's going on, man? Mr. Big Seven here himself. I'm here to answer some questions on Sound of the Future.
Is that 508?
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
What's up, it's Nolan, back with another episode of Sounds of the Future TV. Who we here with today?
Spades Smoove, Mr. Seven here yourself, you know what I mean?
Welcome to the show. Can you just tell the audience who you are real quick? Give us a little overview of who you are, where you're from, all that stuff.
Everybody call me Spades Smoove. I'm from Brooklyn. I would say I'm from Canarsie, because that's where I started, but I've been, I was raised in Flatbush and other areas, but I was mainly in Flatbush. So I'm a definitely, big Flatbush represent.
So I want to talk a little bit about your upbringing. How did you kind of get started into making music, and what really made you take that career path?
Yeah, so when I was young, I was very hyper. I always loved entertainment. I always wanted to do music. My dad used to play music a lot. Loud music. He Jamaican, so he was always into all the oldies. I used to listen to a lot of that, My mom would play R&B music. I had family that was doing their little ones and twos, but they never thought I would take it serious. So I started to do my own thing the older I got, you know what I mean?
So now that you've been in the game for a minute now, you mentioned it was 2007 you first started, right?
Yeah, so I first started recording around 2007, yeah.
So I want to talk about, what is at this point, almost 20 years in the industry, making music. What would you say the biggest lesson you learned in the industry is? And, a lot comes with being an artist, and, a lot of, the repercussions and the hard part of it, but there's also, a lot of highs with it. So what would you say is the hardest part about being an artist? The
most challenging thing I would say it is being yourself. A lot of people is not being themselves right now, and that's why everybody sound the same. I'm actually sticking to me trying to be in my lane, my own sound and all that. I don't want to be like everybody else. I'd rather just be that guy that stands out, that don't do too much, but he's cool and vibey. You feel me?
So I want to talk a little bit more about your music too, specifically. Who would you say has kind of inspired your sound? And do you have any major influences you have when you are creating?
Vybz Kartel inspired me to be very versatile. The artists that I did listen to, I was a Chris Brown fan, and rapper-wise, I would listen to 50.
So I want to bring it back a little bit too, back to your origin story. Prior to the interview, we kind of spoke about how gaming you met someone through gaming that really inspired you to kind of take this path in a sense. Can you kind of dive more in on that, and also how big of a role, I guess, gaming still plays in your life?
Okay, so back in the day when Xbox 360 was lit, before it got old and we got the new systems we have now, I used to play Call of Duty and what else? 2Ks and Maddens and that. So at the time when Soulja Boy was lit, I was trying to sign up for SOTF Gamers, and I wound up meeting Diggsy, SODMG, that's his name at the time. He's a producer, and I don't know, me and him played the game together. We got cool and we locked in. I told him I make music, and he told me how to do the ropes of getting my music done in the crib instead of going to the studio. Because he was engineering my shit basically. So I would just do all the raw shit, and then he'll just mix it down and teach me how to do this and not to do that. And then after that, I started evolving my sound more and more, and we're here today.
So how much has your creative process kind of evolved just in general since that, point in time when you first started? A lot of artists have different formulas on how they craft songs and stuff like that. Some punch in, some just, go straight from the go, freestyle it. How would you kind of say your process is?
So my process is I always find beats first. If the beat don't have me moving or others moving, because I have a small circle of friends that that I bring around to ask them yo, what you think about this beat? I listen to their opinion because at the end of the day, it's gonna bring the broad of the audience. So I listen to, like, even if I like the beat, I still need their opinion. Because what if they don't like it?
Yeah.
People don't like everything, so you gotta be selective on things that, you know, you pick. So with that, I hear the beat, I write here and there, but lately, I've been hearing the beat and going in the studio and just testing out what I need to do, and then I just lock in.
So I also want to shift a little bit to, you know, as a veteran in, you know, the music space, I want to talk about, you know, major labels and stuff like that. So a lot of artists in past interviews have been kind of, you know, hesitant to, you know, when approached with deals and stuff like that, they don't want to sign immediately for obvious reasons because, you know, the stigma that comes with being with a major label and stuff like that. But, you know, there are a lot of like positives and negatives that come with it.
There's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah, exactly. So what would you kind of say your stance is on that? Would you, when approached with a major label, would you consider, you know, signing that deal, or would you prefer to be independent and take your own route where you kind of have more, you know, creative freedom and less limitations on your career?
If a label approach me, we're gonna negotiate something like a distribution deal. I wouldn't just let them sign all my rights.
Yeah.
I would do a distribution deal. Like, who wouldn't take a label? At the end of the day, a label is gonna polish everything you got. You know, at the end of the day, yeah, you could be independent, but there's perks to everything, bro. Believe it or not, some independent artists have labels that's pushing them. Like, this is more to it than what people see out there in reality. So I just, whatever opportunity come, I'm here. I'm just working, for real, you know?
So to talk a little bit more about that work, I want to talk more about the future too. You know, maybe let's say like 5 years from now, how would you kind of see your career, or where do you see your career going in the sense of, you know, some of your goals, like trajectory, stuff like that, stuff you want to do?
I definitely see myself traveling more, doing more overseas things. I'm at the point where, like, I know I'm gonna make it. I just gotta keep showing more of my work. Like, I have a lot of work, I just have to put it out there. I used to, like, be very bad on judging myself. So I started to be like, fuck it, just put whatever out there. Who gonna like it, like it. If they don't, they don't. They do, they do. It's just life, you know? So I'm more confident than ever now.
Do you feel like that kind of judgmental period of yourself, like, you know, a lot of people say they're their own, like, biggest critic pretty much in a lot of ways. Do you feel like, you know, your growth, not even in music, but just as a person, you feel like, and also to speak about confidence too, you feel like this journey as an artist has also built you up in a sense that you wouldn't have been that if you were not pursuing this career? Honestly,
music helped me evolve as a person too. Cause like certain things I used to do, I don't do no more. Like I matured. I can't lie, my dad as well. I forgot to mention that I got a 4-year-old. Her name's London. And she kind of changed me to structure up more in life, and like she's like my drive.
So to speak more on fatherhood too, you know, you just spoke on it, how it changed your perspective on things like that too. But in the terms of legacy, you know, a lot of people they start a family obviously to leave something with them. And what would you kind of say you want to leave for London, and what do you how you want her to kind of view you and your career and stuff like that?
I want her to view me as a good artist and a great father. Nothing more, nothing less. Feel me? Like, I don't want to do the most, but I want to show her the right way. Cause you know how like certain messages people say they're doing, but then the music is telling different. I'm actually trying to like do the opposite of that.
Do you ever feel like it's hard, especially in the music industry? Cause, you know, we know what sells in the sense of negativity really sells in the music industry, whether you're talking about, you know, guns and violence, or maybe from the woman's perspective, like, you know, super sexual things. But as an artist who's trying to kind of stray away from that and be more like pure in that sense, do you ever feel like it's kind of a struggle to break through or kind of sacrifice those morals in a sense because you know what comes on the other side of it? Or do you feel like it's just kind of like, this is my journey and I'm gonna make it the way I want to make it?
So in the beginning, when I started my like career, yes. After a while, I said, bro, what? If I could just be my own creator to things, why can't I like not create an art? If you're an artist, you should be able to create your own art. So that's when I took that approach. So my mindset is like that now. I used to be stern like that when I started. I can't lie. But the more I evolve, that's my go-to now.
So I got a few more questions for you. I want to talk about any upcoming work, projects, stuff you want to promote like that.
I got like at least like 70 unreleased songs this year alone. And I'm about to go do more records. I'm situating a project. I do have another project called Seventh Dimension. I just don't know when I'm dropping it. Probably like around my birthday, like March. Right now, I'm trying to give people more content of music videos. So that's what I'm working on right now. I just did a video today, actually.
Thanks.
So.
All right, and last question, I always ask people, do you have any advice or words of wisdom for the audience you want to leave with people?
Stay real. Stay true to yourself. And don't try to be someone you're not. Just keep winning no matter what stones is throwing at you. Just keep winning, because eventually every dog has its day.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. That is another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Appreciate you, bro.
Of course, brother.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum with thoughts like the drill, but I found a better way without a deal.